Top 10 most affordable cities to live in America 2026. Because apparently, paying rent shouldn't feel like funding a space program. Let's be honest, in 2026, living in America sometimes feels like a competitive sport. Groceries require emotional preparation. Rent requires negotiation with your ancestors. And buying a house in certain cities now comes with the same odds as winning a reality TV show. Somewhere along the way, affordable became a mythical creature, like a unicorn, but with better credit. But here's the good news. Affordable cities still exist. You just won't find them on influencer Instagram feeds next to $18 smoothies and $3,500 studio apartments with character. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most affordable cities to live in America in 2026. Places where your paycheck doesn't vanish the second it hits your account. These are cities where housing is still within reach, rent doesn't cause heart palpitations, and your lifestyle doesn't depend on splitting a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 roommates and a golden retriever. We're looking at median home prices, rental costs, groceries, utilities, taxes, job markets, and overall cost of living compared to the national average. And while none of these cities are perfect, because perfection costs extra, they all share one magical quality: your money stretches. Let's begin. Number 10, Tennessee, Knoxville. Knoxville is the kind of city that doesn't scream for attention, and maybe that's why it's still affordable. Median home prices hover in the low to mid $300,000 range, which in 2026 feels refreshingly reasonable. Rent for a 1-bedroom apartment averages between $1,200 and $1,400, depending on the neighborhood. That alone is enough to make someone from New York or California blink twice. Tennessee has no state income tax, which means more of your paycheck stays exactly where it belongs, in your account. Knoxville also benefits from healthcare, manufacturing, and education jobs anchored by the University of Tennessee. Add in proximity to the Smoky Mountains, outdoor recreation, and a relaxed pace of life, and you have a city that quietly delivers value without trying too hard. Number 9, Kansas, Wichita. Wichita is proof that flyover country is financially underrated. Median home prices sit around $250,000, and rents often fall below $1,100 for a solid 1-bedroom. In today's housing climate, that almost feels like a pricing error. Wichita's economy is driven by aerospace and manufacturing. Yes, people here build airplanes and still manage to afford homes. Groceries are below the national average, utilities won't shock you, and overall expenses are manageable. It may not trend on social media, but your savings account will definitely trend upward. Number 8, Arkansas, Little Rock. Little Rock delivers southern comfort without northern price tags. Median home prices hover around $280,000, and rents typically range from $1,100 to $1,300. Arkansas consistently ranks as one of the lowest cost of living states in the nation, and Little Rock carries that reputation proudly. The economy leans on healthcare, government, and education, providing stability without tech boom housing spikes. You get river views, hiking trails, and food that may cause your gym membership to question its purpose. Affordable living doesn't have to mean sacrificing quality, and Little Rock proves that balance still exists. Number 7, Iowa, Des Moines. Des Moines might not be flashy, but it is financially dependable, and in 2026, that's incredibly attractive. Median home prices are around $290,000, and rents often sit under $1,100 for a solid 1-bedroom. In today's housing climate, that almost feels like a pricing error. Wichita's economy is driven by finance, insurance, and a growing tech presence. Low unemployment and steady job growth keep things stable, while housing remains accessible compared to coastal markets. Des Moines is the city you move to for a job and stay in because you realize life feels manageable again. Lawns exist, commutes are reasonable, and your bank account isn't under constant attack. Number 6, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City continues to dominate affordability rankings year after year. Median home prices remain under $275,000 in many neighborhoods, and average rent hovers around $1,100. That combination alone earns serious attention. The city's economy is supported by energy, healthcare, and aerospace industries, creating job stability without Silicon Valley pricing chaos. You get space here, real space, backyards, driveways, actual breathing room. The overall cost of living runs significantly below the national average, and everyday expenses, from groceries to utilities, feel manageable. It may not be trendy, but financially, it's incredibly smart. Number 5. Kentucky, Louisville. Louisville blends culture and affordability in a way few cities manage to pull off. Median home prices sit in the low $300,000, and average rent is around $1,300. The city offers food, sports, music, and of course the world-famous Kentucky Derby. Healthcare and logistics power the economy, and overall living costs remain comfortably below the national average. Louisville gives you personality without demanding a luxury tax. It's a city where you can enjoy life without financing it through stress. Number 4. Indiana, Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne is one of America's most underrated financial sweet spots. Median home prices are around $240,000, and rents frequently stay under $1,100. In today's numbers, those almost sound fictional. Manufacturing and healthcare provide steady employment, while ongoing downtown development adds vibrancy without driving prices sky high. The city is clean, relatively safe, and cost-effective across the board. If your goal is stability with breathing room, it delivers it quietly and consistently. Number 3. Oklahoma, Tulsa. Tulsa has gained national attention for being remote worker-friendly, but even beyond that, it remains deeply affordable. Median home prices hover around $260,000, and rent averages roughly $1,150. The city offers arts, music, and a revitalized downtown, proving that affordability doesn't mean dull. Oklahoma's lower taxes and reasonable utility costs further strengthen Tulsa's value proposition. It's the kind of city where creative energy meets financial practicality, a rare combination in 2026. Number 2. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis stands out as one of the most affordable larger metro areas in the country. Median home prices often sit under $250,000, and rent averages around $1,100. Add in Tennessee's lack of state income tax, and the financial equation becomes even more attractive. The city's economy is driven by logistics, healthcare, and its legendary music history. Memphis isn't without challenges, but in terms of pure affordability among sizable cities, it consistently ranks near the top.